Okay, so this part is where I just talk about me a little bit. I was really honoured to be asked by Jenny to do the Takeover Tuesday for Paintopia. I'm a big supporter of Paintopia. I went for the first time last year as a judge on the Saturday, and I just had such a brilliant day. I was just blown away by the incredible talent of everyone there. You know, these amazing body paints, and you know, people were competing and winning awards, and I just think it's such a great showcase for anyone starting out and also building up their career as well. And I met some really lovely people that day. And I just think it's one of the biggest events in the country for body painting. This year, Paintopia are doing things a little bit differently. They're doing lots of pop-up events. I've seen them at other events already, and they introduced Online Alley last year, which I think is so clever. And they just have a row of these face painters and makeup artists doing their own faces, but they do such incredible designs. And I think Online Alley is really, really clever. They're all going to be at the United Makeup Expo, and Paintopia are putting on quite a spectacular production there, but I'll talk about UMAE a little bit later. So about me, I started off really doing makeup in the 1990s. I trained when I was 16 to do hair, and then I did beauty therapy when I was 18. But it didn't really teach me makeup, but I think a lot of people go down that route. I did beauty therapy for about 5 or 6 years, and then I got quite bored with it. And I ended up working as a technician at the London College of Fashion, and I was moved on to a specialist makeup programme for fashion. And I worked for Liz McLafferty. For me, it just changed everything really, because I finally learned how to do makeup. LCF offered me training. I was working alongside Liz, who's a really inspirational woman. And our overall manager was Jo Dingemans. And again, two really strong, independent, inspirational women. I just learnt so much from them both. Jo had been one of the first Bieber models in the 1960s. Then she became a fashion stylist after a modelling career. Then she became a journalist, and she was the editor of Honey magazine and 19 magazine. Those magazines aren't here anymore now, which is a shame, because they were really good fashion magazines. So yeah, I learnt a lot from these two women. I went on a freelance job for makeup, assisting, and I was told I was doing a body paint, and I didn't really know what I was doing, but anyway, I painted somebody white. I decided after that I really enjoyed it, so I learned a bit more about body painting. And I was talking to Jo actually, and I said, oh, you know, where can I find out more about body painting? I mean, we ran a really successful body painting show at the London College of Fashion. But I wanted to, you know, to be able to research it a bit more, and she told me to check out Robin Beach's work, and Robin Beach was a friend of Jo's, and then that's when I really found out about the work of Phyllis Cohen, who's, I love her body work, and she's a brilliant makeup artist as well. And it's funny how the circle of makeup goes, because Phyllis and I are really good friends now, which is a real blessing, because I'm so honoured to know her. I think you've got to work hard in makeup. I have worked incredibly hard. You know, I was juggling being a young mum when I worked at the London College of Fashion. I had to retrain in makeup. I took every opportunity I got. You get one chance to show people what you can do. I started off in fashion. I actually work more in film and TV now. And that's sort of the way it goes, and that's what I like really. About once or twice a year I get asked in a film to do a body paint or airbrushing. I cover up lots of tattoos and stuff like that, but generally I work as a hair and makeup artist, and I really love doing period work, which this year so far I've been really, everything I've done has been period, which has been brilliant. It's just what I want. I left the London College of Fashion in 1997, because I saw an opportunity at West Thames College to start a makeup programme, and I went there. I started the HND programme in 2003, and I ran that full time for 10 years. And I'm so proud of that course. You know, the graduates have done really well from there. and also, you know, graduates from the London College of Fashion as well. You know, I was really fortunate to work in a place where there was good training. At West Thames College, you know, I had graduates that were winning at the World Body Painting competition, which was Carolyn Roper and Carly Uttin. Carolyn then went back and won a second time in the prosthetic category. Students were winning traineeships at the BBC and the National Theatre, and then our students won 5 years in a row at the Makeup Artist magazine fashion makeup competition. So lots of good things happened. I left West Thames College in 2013. I knew that the government were making changes and budget controls, and I knew I was going to lose my industry team, which I didn't want to do. So I decided to go with them, and also I wanted to go back into industry, you know, for the last part of my career. At the same time, I decided to bring out the JT makeup range of glitters, which have done really well. They're sold at Screenface, at Pam, at Love Makeup, at Illusion Magazine, and also the Armoury. I'm really proud of how well the glitters have done. Screenface has recently reopened in Shoreditch, and I think it will do really well in Shoreditch actually, and it's already very popular with the film and TV people, but I think for the fashion people as well, they'll get to see the, you know, the sort of riches that are in Screenface. I think it's a great location for them. Pam are also moving a little bit further down from where they are. They're moving to a slightly bigger shop, which I think will be brilliant for them as well. I think it's important to support people in makeup. I think I've learnt through my career, and I'm very fortunate for everything I've done. I've enjoyed every job I've ever had. I love the people I work with. I've got a really close-knit circle of friends around me, and we're all in makeup. I live, eat and breathe makeup, unfortunately. I've moved back up to Yorkshire for a little while, as much as I love London, and London will always be a big part of me. I just wanted to be nearer my own family for a while, and my daughter left university last year. She's relocated back to Yorkshire as well, even though she's a Londoner, but her boyfriend's up here, so I just wanted to be near my daughter as well. But you know, it's important to have my immediate family near me as well, and I've got the opportunity to have this studio as well, which is where I can develop my glitters, and I can also run a few courses. I'm not going to be running many training courses because I still work freelance as well, but I believe in good training. I think I am a good trainer, and I think I can offer some good courses. I will always be a big advocate of training. I write for the Makeup Artist magazine War Paint, and I write about training, you know, in the UK, and I'm very honest in my reports. I choose to write about the courses that I really do think are some of the best ones in this country. I would like to write more about the state colleges because I think there's some good ones out there. I've only written about Arts University Bournemouth so far because I think that's the top college for higher education at the moment. There's some very good private colleges, but you know, there's some pretty scary ones out there as well. Good training is important, whether it's a week course or a day course. I do think you need some kind of training. I think it's important just to know health and safety, product knowledge and technique as well, and then you build up from there. You don't have to do a 2 or a 3 year course. It's down to every individual. Some people will flourish better on a 3-year program at a degree level. Some people will be better in a very intensive short course of up to anything from 2 weeks to 6 months really. As I say, I think we've got some great training institutions in this country, but I am scared about how many there are really, and how much some of them are charging and not really giving the training that they should be either. Anyway, so my studio's in Yorkshire. I'm really going to expand my glitter range here. I will be running some master classes, which I'm actually going to launch at United Makeup Expo, which is not the coming weekend, it's the following weekend. United Makeup Expo is a great show. It's a trade show for makeup artists. There's some great stands there. There's going to be Pam, NYX are there, Armoury are there, lots of prosthetics companies, Tina Earnshaw with her beautiful brushes. Louise Young is there with her cosmetic range on the Pam stand. There's colleges, Creative Media Skills have got a great stand there. Creative Media Skills run some great educational courses. I think they're aimed more at people that are already working in industry. They get some of the best trainers in to do the teaching, and I've done a couple of courses with them, and I think that it's a very high standard. United Makeup Expo, they've got a website, and they're on Twitter, they're on Instagram, and they're on Facebook. They're still selling tickets. The tickets have been a really good price for this year. It's a great day, and it's a great day to come and network with lots of makeup artists. You've even got the team from the National Theatre, they've got a stand there. You've got the Wig Training Company, you've got Tanya Noor and Cheryl Hill, they've got Get Set Go bags. So yeah, there's lots of things to see there. Lots of educational stuff going on as well, lots of seminars and things. And I think it's on the 29th and the 30th of April, so check it out online. I think that's enough really. I think, Paintopia are there. And as I say, they've got the online alley, which I think is really, I always say this, I just think it's a really clever idea. But the Paintopia team have got an action-packed sort of weekend seminar there. They're doing body painting. They've got their products for sale there as well. They'll be talking about things for next year. And yeah, I think come along and see what everyone's doing. I think it'll be a good weekend. I always encourage people to enter competitions. I think for any people starting out, and also if you just need to give your career more profile, I would always say enter competitions if you're able to. They're a great platform for you. I run a competition at Olympia Beauty with Nikki Jackson. Nikki heads up the team for the fashion competition, and I head up the team for the body painting competition. We have great prizes, but again, it's a really good platform for people. I always pick judges that are very active in the industry, you know, very well known, but very good at their whether it's body painting or makeup, but they're very highly esteemed in their categories. But I would advise any students really to think of any competitions that they can enter. It really does give you a great platform. I would also say always use social media. It's free. It's a great way to get to network with people. I think any of you that are starting out, if you get an opportunity to meet somebody, if you know who they are, just go and say hello. I think it can go a long way sometimes, and sometimes it can give you that platform that you might need to get a traineeship or something. It's harder, I think, to start out now because there's so many people that are going through the training schools. But I think if you go to a really reputable school, if you get some good training, if you really listen to some good career advice as well from your teachers, and start applying to people really early on so you get to know who the masters are of makeup. It's really important that you know who the designers are in fashion, in theatre, and also in the film world, because they're the people that you would like to assist at some point and be a trainee for. Lots of my graduates work in industry now, and I see them all the time, and this is people from the London College of Fashion and also from West Thames College. So quite recently I've been showing makeup mats by Donna Clitheroe. Donna is actually a graduate of mine from the London College of Fashion a long time ago. She's done really well, and she's head of makeup now on Loose Women and ITV. But she's designing these makeup mats, which I'm just going to show one of them here if I can. That's the makeup mat, and then there's makeup capes as well, and I just think it's a really clever idea. I love my makeup mat. I've taken it everywhere with me at the moment. But I think makeup artists, you get to a point in your career where you do think about where you are in life with your career. And usually makeup artists, I think when they get into their 40s, they'll bring out a retail range. They might sign up with a brand, they might be endorsing products, they might start YouTube, bring products out. I mean, YouTube is a younger market as well. But people will start schools, you know, that bring out their own line of cosmetics even. And I think it's great, really, because I think makeup artists are businesswomen as well. And, you know, there's so many opportunities for people. And I think if we always support each other, that goes quite a long way as well. I think it's really important to have a good network of people around you. I wouldn't get by with what I do without the network of people I've got. I think, yeah, support people all the time. And yeah, and give praise when you can. It's important. Right, well, that's the end of my Takeover Tuesday for Paintopia. I hope I haven't bored you. And thank you for tuning in. Bye.